Hi, my name's Ross Donlon. I'm recording this poem from Castlemaine, which is a country town in central Victoria, Australia. I'm going to read you a poem called Eating Chips with Jane Austen. It's after Galway Canal. Bronwyn Lee, a couple of others who've written poems about having a meal with a famous person. Eating Chips with Jane Austen. I often eat a packet of potato chips alone. I eat them with a can of beer while I watch a cooking program. This can make the chips taste like the dish chef is preparing, such as duck à l'orange or crème caramel. I know that it is not good to eat potato chips alone. So sometimes I invite Jane Austen to join me. Jane is always Jane, the perfect companion, reserved, tactful, gracious, demure, wise, and generous. I like to observe her in profile as she sits near my air conditioner, bodice of her gown fluttering from the fan set on 2, a book pleasantly in hand. She speaks little, but her responses to anecdotes regarding the shambles of my personal life are always expressed in a reassuring and compassionate manner. "It cannot be quite as you say, sir. Surely it was never so bad as this." We must look an odd pair, she in her long-sleeved Regency gown, buttoned at the wrist, lace in place, hair drawn up in an understated style, posture both composed and relaxed. Me in my footy shorts and truckie singlet, feet spread on the coffee table. I know from her half smile that she registers my attire and the period of time that separates us, but there is no condescension, no hint that a station has been passed. She evinces little interest in football, so we do not dwell for too long on the misfortunes of the Magpies and soft tissue injuries caused by playing on artificial surfaces. She is, of course, at her most entertaining and instructive in the matter of social intercourse, and I tell her that today she would be well paid in a Dear Jane segment on daytime television. Jane colours a little at this, especially when I indicate that the complications of sexual relations are now rather more diverse than they were in her day. Suddenly animated, she says, "Sir, I beg to differ. The issue is always one of compatibility." Once, after another keenly felt rejection, I opined that my relationships resembled nothing so much as a pair of lonely jocks being tossed about in a cosmic washing machine, not even in the company of detergent. At this, Jane bent rather more closely to her book, but I sensed a rebuke when she said she regretted my unfortunate use of metaphor. I rushed to apologise, blaming the crassness of the age in which I live. "Sir," she replied, with a wry smile and sparkling eye, "I think you were born into the wrong time. You are all grace and courtesy, and surely the attachment of a fortunate woman will soon be yours." Eventually, an imposing gentleman comes to collect her, no doubt a hybrid of Mr. Darcy and Captain Wentworth. He nods briefly in my direction before offering Jane his arm. Remembering my manners, I offer them each chips and a can of beer. Darcy Wentworth appears somewhat taken aback by my hospitality, and to tell the truth of the matter, I am by now so covered in crumbs and small pieces of chip that I look rather like a big potato chip myself. But Jane, ever Jane, smiles and declines with sublime courtesy, and together they walk through the wall. Thank you.